Oh, you're here already. Sorry to keep you waiting. Madame Yukong is expecting you.
Great.
Are you not coming?
I've brought the Madame Helmmaster up to speed. It's over to you now.
Great. So she really was wanting to bring this out of her hair and hire up the... Oh, it's the character I have.
Report the losses to General Jing Yuan and find someone from the Divination Commission. They can't just stand there watching.
It's
while
my
we deal with
character.
this mess.
It's Yukong.
Greetings, guests from the Astral Express. Ting Yun has informed me of the purpose of your visit. Receiving guests isn't normally one of my responsibilities, but since you know about the Stellaron and have stated that you want to help the Luofu, I thought I should at least meet you in person and politely decline your proposal.
Oh, really? You are very cocky, huh? Lying.
The Xianzhou Alliance knows what a Stellaron is, and is more than capable of handling it ourselves. We have been around for over 8,000 years, and weathered countless dangers and crises. While the situation is serious, we have more than enough resources to spare. Outsider help is not needed on this occasion.
Oh my god, it's so annoying. I'm yawning every 3 seconds. Every 30 seconds. Either way, what I wanted to say is, you're too cocky. You're way too cocky.
You are guests from afar. There is no reason for this matter.
From what we've gathered, the influence of the Stellaron can still be contained. If we can locate it in time and contain it, it's possible that we can restore any space and any individuals affected by the corrosion. We have experience in preventing Stellaron disasters, and we've only come here to lend you that experience.
I've said this and I'll say it again. This is an internal affair of the Xianzhou Alliance, and there is no need for the Astral Express to get involved. I decided to arrange a meeting with you as a gesture of respect.
But...
Never mind, Mr. Yang. If the Xianzhou Alliance say they can handle it, then we're wasting our breath. Let's go.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
We don't want you to help. Fuck you. But also, you cannot fucking go. You are stuck in here.
Huh? And what's that supposed to mean?
March is too... I don't like the way March speaks, because she always gives this air of the fact that she doesn't... I don't know how to say it. If I will be in the skin of Yukong, and I will hear March speak like that, even I will start to be suspicious about the fact we are trying to do something sus. Cause she's just like that. Oh, okay then. It's your choice. Fuck you. She always has this way of speaking.
It's only been a few days since the presence of a Stellaron was detected on the Luofu. Starskiff Haven has been under full lockdown. No one has been permitted to leave. How did you come to know of the incident? And what led you to conclude that it was linked to a Stellaron?
Remember, we cannot tell them that it was the Stellaron Hunter, so we have to make something up.
I acquired the access history of Starskiff Haven. Not long ago, someone hacked into the system and opened the Jade Gate, before guiding you, the Astral Express, into our territory. The hacker was skillful and even taunted us with her seal. Her name is Silverwolf, a member of the Stellaron Hunters.
Goddamn dumbasses. You know, if the Stellaron Hunters want us to help them, I mean to help seal out the Stellaron on this planet, they shouldn't... isn't Silverwolf an incredibly skilled hacker, the most skilled in the galaxy? Can she just hack the system without being found out that it was her?
What say you in your defense?
God damn it. Yeah, it's time to be honest. No point in not being honest anymore.
You are forbidden from leaving the Skyfaring Commission until the aforementioned questions have been investigated.
Don't be too harsh, Yukong. If this gets out, the whole galaxy will think the Alliance has forgotten how to treat our guests.
Yeah, fair enough.
General Jing Yuan.
It's very unlikely that the Express has joined forces with the Stellaron Hunters. They are mortal enemies, after all. Apologies for interrupting your meeting. My name is Jing Yuan. I'm the general of the Cloud Knights here on the Luofu.
I see. And you're smarter than the actual person which is supposed to control things around. Interesting.
General, this is an internal affair for the Luofu.
I fully agree with you, Helmmaster Yukong. This is indeed an internal affair. I am sorry, guests of the Astral Express. It is true that there is a Stellaron on the Luofu, but I'm afraid I cannot accept your kind offer to help resolve the issue. This is a Xianzhou matter, and it is our responsibility to handle it. Of course, it would be inappropriate of me to let you return without something to show for it. While I cannot accept your help with regard to the Stellaron, I do have a favor to ask. Please, after you.
Okay, interesting. He's so charismatic. Like,
The
knows how to
Astral
speak,
Express.
how to pronunciate
I
himself.
must confess that the train's reputation precedes it, such that it is often close to my thoughts. How delightful to come face to face with its passengers.
Frightfully delightful. Well, that in this occasion had come sooner.
It's an honor to meet you, General. May I ask what the favor you spoke of is?
A matter that requires capable people such as yourselves. We captured a member of the Stellaron Hunters a few days ago, who goes by the name
Blade.
of Blade.
Interesting.
During our investigation, the Divination Commission, the department in charge of intelligence processing, intercepted a transmission sent out by his accomplice, Kafka, who has managed to hide aboard the ship. As for
Wait, so
where that
Kafka is
transmission
in the
was destined,
Xianzhou Luofu? The Express.
I have some knowledge of your relationship with the Stellaron Hunters. The Divination Commission is convinced that you made an alliance with them. I say that's impossible. The crew of the Astral Express are honorable people whose valiant deeds are lauded across the universe. There must have been a misunderstanding.
But at this point, there's no point in hiding anything. Let's just tell them the entire thing, absolutely everything. Don't spare any details.
As such, I came to the conclusion that the communication must have been an attempt by the Stellaron Hunters to sow dissent between us. We can handle the Stellaron, but it will take time and will require the bulk of the Cloud Knights on the ship. It is this Kafka that concerns me. The longer she stays on the ship, the bigger the threat she will pose.
So we will have to take care of Kafka, I see.
Since the Stellaron Hunters lured you to our ship, we shall move with the current. You are hereby authorized to do as you deem fit on the Luofu, with the goal of bringing Kafka out of the shadows and under our control.
I see, alright.
Doing so would clear the misunderstanding between us, reveal the true intentions of the Stellaron Hunters, and help us understand their connection to the Stellaron Burst. What say you, my astral guests?
Of course, why not?
What do you think?
I mean, let's move out with the current and help out. Our expedition was focused on the Stellar, and we don't really have a choice. Yeah, we don't really have a choice, so let's move with the current and help out.
If you are able to capture this Stellaron Hunter, the Xianzhou will be indebted to you. The Luofu never fails to reward that which is given.
Okay.
Wonderful. It's a deal then. I shall notify Yukong that all intel is to be shared with you, and that our best personnel are to aid you in your search.
Great.
If there's anything the Skyfaring Commission or the Cloud Knights can do for you during your stay, don't hesitate to make it known.
Shut. I thought you was going to say the chat concluded. The chat concluded and well shot you. Shot you, just it. That's it. That's the entire sentence. I thought well shot me with a gun. You shot your covert the gesture. You understand that this is the crew zone discussion time. Honestly, this went pretty well. Pretty damn well. Could have gone much worse. They welcomed us pretty well.
I think we only scratched the surface of this General Jing Yuan.
Yeah, but it's worked pretty well. Do you think there's something strange about him? He's suspicious. I thought he was on our side.
Theoretically, yes. But something feels off.
Interesting.
That's it. A minor detail, but curious. He avoided talking about Blade. Since the Cloud Knights have already captured a Stellaron Hunter, why not use him to get to Kafka? Why rely on us?
Oh yeah, that's actually interesting.
The Xianzhou is reluctant to involve outsiders in the Stellaron disaster, so why is it so keen on letting us capture a Stellaron Hunter?
I don't know. Could Blade have escaped?
Yes. The only sensible conclusion I can draw is that Blade had already escaped when Jing Yuan spoke to us. Provided they even captured him in the first place.
They did capture him, we saw a cutscene of it. But he must probably escaped, yeah.
Therefore, given our connection to Kafka, we represent the only way of luring the Stellaron hunters in. That's why he asked for our help. He didn't want to let anyone else find out that Blade had already escaped.
So that's why he was so desperate that he was trying to use his entire charisma to try to sound so friendly. We are his last lifeline when it comes to obtaining, to getting, to helping them capture the Stellaron hunters. Since, the Stellaron hunters are pretty skilled, I think that they are fearing the fact that the Stellaron hunters will do something bad. We are their only chance in stopping them before they do that.
Now that we've figured that out, perhaps we can get closer to the core of what's happening here.
Yeah, okay. Collect. Anything else to collect? I guess not. Let me break this
I understand how you
30,000-year-old vase, which is most probably older than the entire Xianzhou Luofu itself. Most probably a rare relic of great importance. I cannot go down here, okay. I gotta take the stairs. I am disabled and I cannot go lower than 2 steps at once. Why does everybody have ears and a tail? Why does everybody have one of those? The guards don't have those. What the hell? Well, that's weird. This is the only person in here which is not a guard, which doesn't have Oh, so we got the exit now. Okay. Meet with Ting Yun.
Master Diviner, you heard our discussion. What do you make of it?
What do I make of it? The way of heaven is apparent, but the heart of humanity is often deceptive.
Made in
Are
heaven.
you asking me to divine their true intentions?
That won't be necessary. The crew has nothing to do with the incident. Of that, I am almost certain. It isn't their intentions that trouble me. All I want is for them to lure out the one we're after.
Wasn't that my idea, General?
Indeed. Your counsel has always been a great help to me. You may use your discretion on the matters ahead of us.
Why don't you retire early and I use my discretion full time?
Full time.
It is still too soon, unfortunately. If something goes wrong, you'll need a general to take the blame. How could I simply walk away and put you at such risk?
If you'd brought me that blade earlier, none of this would have been necessary. Wait, what are you up to exactly? Xingyuan, did you let him escape on purpose?
On purpose? What the hell?
Me? I had no idea he might escape. Unlike you, my gaze never travels beyond the horizon. I take full responsibility. The Cloud Knights failed in their duty.
Judging by his tone, I think he's joking.
I can understand. There's a lot to take care of on the Xianzhou. You were bound to miss something. Thank goodness I'm here. On that note, perhaps it's about time you finally nominate me as your successor when the 6 charioteers next convene.
Well, she doesn't really look like a general, the girl. You don't really look like a general.
I have to go now. I'll leave this in your overwhelmingly capable hands, Fu Shen.
You don't look like a general.
There are 3 things in the world that I can't seem to rid myself of. The troubles of the Xianzhou, the papers on my desk, and the weeds in my garden.
General, Diviner Fu wants the General's position for herself. Everyone knows that.
She is very capable, but her intellect is burdened by a quick temper. I'll retire when she's achieved a better balance.
This Stellaron thing is easy. Blade escaped. Now we gotta go get him. Just say the word, and I'll solve this in a flash.
I can understand your impatience, and I know you want to prove yourself. Now is not the time. If you truly wish to become sword champion, you shouldn't be running around brandishing your sword at people, especially not a major criminal.
You think I'd lose to Blade?
I'm saying you need to have patience, Yanqing. Governing Xianzhou is different from a sword fight. The only way to build momentum is to work slowly. Besides, we still don't know who's really moving the chess pieces.
Kafka? Kafka.
There is something we must take care of before making our next move. As long as it remains unresolved, we're at a stalemate. That something is the Stellaron. How did it manage to bypass the Skyfaring Commission's inspections and the Divination Commission's predictions? Where is it now?
Honestly, even I'm curious, where the hell is the Stellaron? Are the effects of the Stellaron more powerful in the area close to it? Wouldn't that make it very, 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 very easy to locate it?
I say we bring those 2 Stellaron hunters before Diviner Fu. She'll get an answer out of them in no time.
I've asked our friends from the Express to take care of that for us. Worry not, you'll have your moment when the current stalemate is broken. You are my most trusted aide. And there are some things that I would only assign to you. Speaking of which, Yangqing...
Give me a coffee, get me a coffee.
That boy. I suppose it is
I was going to
my
ask him to get him a coffee.
I should have given him an opportunity already. A sharp sword can't stay sheathed forever. My fear is that this might prove too big a setback. Bigger than his exuberance.
Wait, Yangqing, get me a coffee. Oh my god, are you clingy? Seems like you will take a bit longer to chat with Madame Yukong. I'm gonna go have a stroll outside. Once you're done, you can find me at the docks. What if I don't want to find you at the docks? What if I want to explore this place first? It has 11 chests. I took 1 out of 11. Cloudfort also has 7 other chests I got to find. So right now we are at Cloudfort, Central Scarskiff Heaven. So we only moved on the right side. We didn't get any closer to this thing over here. Interesting. You know what? I say it's time we do this one. Because now we know what Stellaron Hunters are. And plus, it gives so much Trailblaze XP. Well, you must be insane to don't want to do this one. Plus that we already started it a while ago and we gotta finish it at some point before I forget what happened at the start of it. I still remember, of course, but I'm kinda starting to forget what happened up until this point. So it's better if we finish it faster than later. This game. Photo. It disappeared. You pointed it at the graffiti on the wall and then some blinking blue patterns started to appear. Suddenly the pattern imploded and engulfed its surrounding sounds and colors. Something inside seems to be breaking out from it. It's a fight! Great.
Why are there Void Rangers here?
Off they come. My turn. Please, and victory!
The dead return!
Lance forward! That scared me to death! Did you see that? It seemed like something popped up here, then Void Rangers jumped out.
Yeah, I saw. I fought them. Don't worry, it's taken care of.
But look! Just like I guessed, this graffiti is encrypted. If we decipher it, we can see some hidden information.
Can we now?
The surveillance camera captured her face.
Ow.
Silver Wolf. It's exactly the same as the photo on the IPC's wanted list. Let me see what she was up to. Is this a transmitter beacon? Oh, I see. She probably ran into the Antimatter Legion during the invasion, then used this beacon to teleport the enemies somewhere else.
Oh wow, he actually knows what happened.
We accidentally activated the beacon again just now, and they were brought back. Jeez, Stellaron hunters have the ability to stow enemies away like that? Beacon transmission that doesn't require a power source and can be implemented solely through computation? No wonder they were able to break into the space station. With this, I'm afraid not even Madame Herta's office is safe.
Is this kind of tech really that impressive?
It's not only impressive, how should I put it? She can edit reality as freely as she could edit a program.
I noticed, I know.
Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? I always thought it was fringe science and that nobody other than the masked fools believed it really existed. There's a strange signal nearby. Maybe it's another piece of graffiti.
Another wild goose chase. Gotta find all the graffitis. Great, can't
Look,
wait.
Up there! They even put down a question mark. They must be making fun of us. She went towards the base zone. Yep. Disappeared again? This thing keeps cutting out when I'm deciphering it. She must have stopped here for a bit.
Your fake ID info is ready.
Ah, so that's what happened. She sneaked in first, then helped her partner in through the main door. It's a classic hacking operation. Let's see.
Aha, you're the imposter among us. No, it's Among Us again.
How is this possible? She used my identity. I never noticed that there was an issue with this record. I subconsciously glanced right past it when I saw my own name. She's so cunning.
She's a sneaky one. Maybe you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Maybe it's time for you to throw in the towel.
Right?
When I was young.
When I was young. How do I take a photo again? Oh, there you go.
The graffiti's location is quite interesting.
It's very annoying.
I heard from a friend that the hackers on Punk Lord have a tradition. When they hack, they purposely leave something behind for people to discover. Kind of like throwing down the gauntlet. They call this the Punk Lord mentality. There can only be
Where the Punk
competition
Lord
when there's
mentality is annoying
rivalry,
as hell.
and there can only be excitement when there is competition. Life's a game, and having fun is what's most important. I don't understand that way of thinking. But it seems like this graffiti might have been the same thing happened last time as well. I was so...
Oh, so close yet so far.
Doesn't help to dwell on past failures. It's... she seems to be leaving. Let's keep up.
Actually, there's not another one I should have.
They seem to be heading toward the monitoring room.
There's another one I should have scanned, but okay. We don't talk about that. What now?
Another graffiti. They're all different too.
Wait, I have a achievement to take.
She really put some thought into this.
So why would she leave graffitis which show us the
Is
area
this
where he
section of the
went,
record
where he
damaged?
walked and such?
She went through the...
Shall tell the record she teleported herself. Will it be a display malfunction?
That's highly unlikely. I bought this detector just last week. The refund... let's talk about... Hold on, I got it! It might be an effect from a curio. There was a pre-established folded space here, and the intruders... No wonder she kept going through the curio collection index. This space is connected to the Stellaron room. Do you still...
Kafka?
What are you muttering about? Why would they leave you here if their objective was the Stellaron? With her capabilities, all she would have needed to do was make another beacon. She would have been able to escape with the Stellaron, no problem.
Maybe they wanted to put it into somebody to see what happens. They were curious.
Huh? There's no graffiti here. Ugh, so strange. Did she really leave just like that? She came all this way and didn't take anything with her, nor leave anything behind.
She checked out the gun.
They did leave you behind. Sorry, that sounded better in my head. It must have been a terrible feeling waking up in a place that was completely unfamiliar to you.
It wasn't so bad. Sounds like you've experienced it yourself. That's alright.
I can't help but feel there's more that they're after. I really hope I can find something that's useful to you. Otherwise, I'll feel bad for having you do so much work for nothing.
Honestly, the sooner this quest ends, the better.
The more I talk about it, the worse I feel. I should probably find something that I can do. There's a rating pistol here. I wonder what my rating would be.
1.
Whoa, look here! There's a strange access log in the rating pistol's compartment. It looks like the log time occurred during the Legion's invasion. The researchers would have already been evacuated by then.
So
Could it have been her?
she did use the rating gun.
In
huh?
which case, she didn't leave immediately. She implanted the Stellaron inside you, and then fiddled around with the rating pistol for a while. Could it be that... I just realized something.
No, but I want to see what rating she got. What rating did she get? What rating did Silver Wolf get? Silver Wolf. Oh, hey, it rates every single character. Chungche is 65 points. Is it basing things on age? Don't think so. No, the achievement is called just a number. No. In this context, no, this is not okay. So, I accidentally activated the, oops. It's basing things on color. So wait, how much did it give us? 84 points. Yukong, how many points is for her? 20 points. No way Yukong is that weak. How weak is Luoka? Wait, what? It doesn't even want to rate Luoka. Rating with his weapon creates creatures on sight. The closed eye of his suddenly snaps open as it whirls around for a moment, staring at you with malice. Rating invalid. Its eyeball swivels around 3 times before suddenly widening. After a brief impasse, its eyes shuts wearily. Is it basing things on height? Don't think so. Okay, I'm really curious about what all of my characters will get as points. So let me just quickly... $62 points for Gepard? Only 62 points? You're telling me that Chungche is stronger than Gepard? 93 points for Pela. What the hell? Is the pistol rating people based on intelligence? $32 points. Okay, this one makes sense. After all, Natasha is not that strong, but... Wait, did you not want to rate March? It doesn't want to rate March. How comes Pela is stronger than the Trailblazer? What the hell? Did they just spin random numbers on a wheel and then said that's it, that's the rating of this character? $13 points for Tingyun. Huh. The score is kind of weird. 29 points. What? $67 points for Serval. She's... No, what? No, there's no way. Serval is weaker than Gepard. 4 points for Herta. Wow. Okay, I'm pretty sure they just spin random numbers and call it a day. Because there's no way these are actual ratings they actually gave Tao Din to. 88 points for Dan Heng. There's no way. They just put random numbers. There's no way. They just put random numbers. There's no way that they have to have put random numbers. They must have put random numbers on it. They have to have put random numbers on it. What trolls?
Just as I thought. She was here.
What makes you think so? Oh, well, yeah, okay.
I just remembered that Madame Herta has a game cartridge named Punk Lord Mentality in her collection.
What does that have to do with game cartridge?
You remember it, right? It's actually on the list of missing curios. I wasn't able to put the two together before. If the hacker has a personal objective other than the Stellaron Hunter's mission...
What other objective could she have?
I got it! I got it now! The Stellaron Hunter's operation was just a cover for her.
No, hard to believe. She was actually after the curio.
That's right! She was so interested in the Curio Collection Index that she stayed in the space station even after her mission was complete. This was what she was truly after. She knew we would be looking for the Stellaron Hunters and used it as her cover. Very smart. To be expected of someone from Punk Lord. Hold on, though. Something doesn't add up. The curios are Madame Herta's most prized possessions. All the visit requests are sent to her office from the computer in the main control room. Some researchers tried to gain access to the curios for research purposes once, but they didn't get proper authorization. She caught them all red-handed.
I have a bad feeling, Rouse. Could it be that the main control room was hacked as well?
You got me there. But with the skills of this hacker, I do think it's possible.
Really?
We should go and check the main control room.
This quest is stretching for way too long. But I say this about every single quest I ever do, so... I mean almost every single quest I ever do.
Wait, don't move. I get chills just looking at the space station monitors now. Let me investigate first. Just perfect. Not only did she shut off all the access logs, she shut off all the terminal transmissions too. I thought it was the Legion that did this.
Do we need to do a restart?
Let's focus on the main task first. I am curious though. She paused the terminal transmissions, but didn't touch the local data at all. I really don't get her. As a Stellaron hunter, she leaves the Stellaron behind. As a hacker, she doesn't delete the local log. There's an external port here. I'm gonna plug in and take a look.
It might be a trap.
Relax, friend. I've done this a million times. Look at this agreement.
As you feared, a burst of light shines at the enemy and the enemy appears. Great.
Gale force! Bolt! From the bow!
Come on. My turn.
To the clouds!
Okay.
See? I was right. There was something fishy about the local data she left behind.
So there was something strange after all.
Now we can browse through the curio access logs. Huh? That can't be right. This curio doesn't seem to have ever left the space station.
She didn't take the curio either. It just disappeared into thin air.
From the way things look, yes. The records show that this curio was last sent to Madame Herta's office, and then it disappeared? I'm seriously confused. What did she come here for? She wouldn't have put the graffiti up just to mess with us, would she? No, if I start thinking like that, I may as well give up now. I have to fully investigate every lead, or I'll really be out of a job.
Oh no. Can be out of a job. Okay,
That's not gonna happen.
interesting.
I'll say it again. I don't care what Runmei said to you, but there's no chance we're shutting down the simulated universe.
Herta, I've made my decision.
Shouldn't this be locked, you know, since it's the place where the person which built the entire space station is, you know, having her chat with one of the most intelligent people in the universe. This place,
Question. What have we invested into this project?
this place feels like it
Hundreds
should
of
be
system
loved.
hours, the resources of an entire planet, and the most advanced technology in the entire universe. And what have we gotten in return? Unknowns, confusion, and a series of errors. In the beginning, we defined the simulated universe as a miniature world that could be used to discover the traces of the eons. But now, it's become something far removed from its original purpose.
The simulated universe is bound to make errors. You said that yourself, and that's exactly what we're experiencing. Why is that a problem all of a sudden?
I adore the vast amount of knowledge, but I cannot accept that the simulated universe remains simply a pending contract waiting to be attended to. Herta, think about it. How many surprises has this project given you? And how many disappointments has it given you?
The simulated universe never disappointed me. You are what disappoints me, Scroolum. Do you really think of yourself as someone so exceptionally amazing? Right now, you're more like someone from the Nitwit Society.
That exists? Is there a Nitwit society out there?
Herta, I don't mean to question you, nor do I want to deny the hard work you've put forth for the simulated universe. I just want to give more room for knowledge and inspiration to grow freely.
That's enough. Leave if you don't want to be part of this. Go tell the other two yourself. Oh, and take your tech with you. I don't need it. I can go find Adrian Taylor, or the red-nosed old man from Epsilon, or even the Intelligentsia Guild. At least they won't quit halfway.
Okay.
Scroolum, we've known each other for a long time. This is the first time I feel that you're nothing but a piece of ice-cold metal.
That's kind of far. That's putting it kind of far.
My apologies, madam.
What's with her?
This all started with me. I was the one that brought up the request to end our academic collaboration. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against Herta or the project. The simulated universe is a great experiment, and Herta is a true genius. However, we have our differences when it comes down to our long-term vision for the future. These differences will often manifest into bias, and bias will get in the way of the formulation of knowledge. Deep down, I want to continue to believe in Herta. The question is whether one should end a collaboration that no longer holds true to its original intent. From an objective standpoint, I should end it immediately. Are you worried about her mental state?
Not at all. I'm more worried about the mental state of the researchers.
Thank you for the humor. It is good for tense moments like these. The emotions of organic life are like tides. It is my fault for not noticing the trajectory of the moon. Let Herta be alone for a while, so she can calm her emotions. It'll be beneficial for our negotiations later as well. As for the simulated universe, if that's the reason you're here, maybe I can help in answering your questions.
Explain what happened.
Search. Bonfire in the depths of the woods. A lone stone sword points to the stars. Punk Lord mentality. That is no ordinary curio, my friend. That is a love letter a Galaxy Ranger has written for the universe. Young madam, how much do you know about Punk Lord?
Nothing. Don't know
It is a
much.
planet made of data and symbols.
Oh, is it?
The edges of reality and illusion are blurred in Punk Lord, as are its days and nights. An ether cartridge is a chip that Punklordian hackers use to edit reality. The ways through which a hacker perceives and modifies the world are recorded on the chip. It's a recording of the hacker's life and proof of their existence. The one on the space station belonged to someone truly legendary.
Oh, really?
He became a Galaxy Ranger by accident and spent many long years traveling among the stars. He encountered countless fascinating individuals and saw wonders witnessed by few. Many of the records and details recorded therein are beyond the knowledge of even the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild. That is why it became part of the masses of calculation data for the simulated universe. Yes, no need to worry, my friend. The cartridge has never left the space station. It's, as I said, it is a very important reference for the simulated universe. That is why its data has been extracted and added to the calculations of the universe. Herta was probably impulsive and added the cartridge into the simulation without telling anyone, resulting in the item being listed as lost.
I see. So it was a false alarm?
I understand your concern. If the individual in question did indeed try to hack into Herta's office, then the simulated universe is undoubtedly her next target. As such, please allow me to offer my limited abilities to assist you with your investigation, madam. As you already know, the simulated universe will be shut down temporarily. It will remain shut until Herta and I come to a clear conclusion. Yes, this is the last chance to investigate the cartridge data. By way of apology for shutting down the simulated universe, this is my recommendation.
So we're gonna simulate the universe with Kurum help. Optional, talk to Leonard. Oh yeah, Leonard, you're still alive. You still exist,
Did you
right?
hear that? I was so scared I couldn't utter a single word. The simulated universe? Shut down? Wait, this isn't my fault, is it? This is terrible. Still, beating myself up all the time won't help either. We're here for the cartridge. Having heard what Mr. Skrullum said, I'm afraid I won't be able to accompany you. I'll be helping Mr. Skrullum monitor the system's internal data flow from the office. Anyway...
Okay. Let's enter the simulated universe. Can I enter anything? Any world? Because I keep dying at World 3, I cannot pass it. No matter how much I try. I mean, to be fair, most enemies in World 3 are level 50, so... yeah. And my characters are only level 40, which is maybe why. Well, I'm not doing the quest anymore, am I? Yeah, okay, I entered the normal one and then finalize. So how do I enter the simulated universe with Skrullum's help? Oh, I gotta speak with him, okay.
Well, madam.
Let's get
Very
going.
well. I will be sending you into the simulated universe using an alternative method. It might feel a little different than usual. This will help us quickly locate the cartridge in the vast sea of data. We'll start with...
So it's just the normal, yeah. The enemies are gonna be kinda... Oh, hey, I get to use Silverwolf. What the hell? Why do you give me the chance to use Silverwolf? I don't know. I always wanted to use Silverwolf though, so who cares? What does Nihility mean again? Applies debuffs, okay. Well, I don't know. The enemies can be that hard, right? They couldn't be that hard. So this barely put together team should work. You feel a Reaper, a great weightlessness that makes you lose control of your limbs, and in a flurry of symptoms and code, you wake up with a jolt. This is the simulated universe.
Young madam, are you all right?
I'm fine.
You are now inside the data link of the Ether cartridge. Look around and tell me what you discover.
That hacker is right in front of me.
Hacker? Oh, conclusion. That is a holographic record that the simulated universe has created. In here, regardless of how large or small, all variables are saved, including outsider traces. You were right. The enemy's invasion has spread to the deepest parts of the simulated universe. They were only a hair away from the ether cartridge's data link. What we are seeing are the projections of what happened in those moments. Young madam, please stay still.
Hey, you. Why are you staring at me?
It peaked.
I initiated the simulation flow. This is just a record of the past. She's not actually talking to you. Please listen and don't interrupt her. We may be able to find out more of what we need to know.
First off, I'm not obsessed with it. On Punk Lord, the stories of the cartridge are no different from textbooks. I'm not interested in something that everybody already knows about. Secondly, it's not some kind of video game cartridge. It's an ether cartridge. It's the second pair of eyes, second brain, and second heart of the hacker. Do you understand what that actually means? With that cartridge, if a guy went to a movie premiere and bought some mixed popcorn, you'd be able to know the flavor of the fourth kernel he picked out of the bucket. It's truly amazing. Lastly, I'm gonna say it again. I am not obsessed with it. The reason I'm still rambling about it is to make sure that you know how amazing it really— Alright, let's get going. We have to move quickly. This place is different from the rest of the space.
It is safe to assume that two people entered the simulated universe. Her and her companion.
Kafka, yeah.
Interesting. You are now taking the point of view of the companion. She will react to your behavior now.
Will she? Why? Oh. Wait. I'm using her now.
Time for a buzz.
To the clouds! Gale Force!
Okay.
Time for a buzz.
The dead return!
To the clouds! Bullets! From the bow! Lance forward!
This is double speed.
Did she just say this is double speed? Did she realize that?
Fork in the road, huh? I got this. Wanna pick one first? Give your beloved instincts a try.
Is she talking to me to choose?
Technically, she is asking her companion to choose. The record will continue forward, even if you don't take any action.
Wrong choice. The correct answer is the path on the right.
Then we'll take right.
Not what we're looking for. It's a bait signal. Ugh, why would Herta put something like this inside the simulated universe? Never mind, I
It doesn't need to be
She's
going
actually
well.
on the correct path. She just needs to continue a little further. I trust.
I hope she doesn't.
Indeed. However, objectively speaking, Stellaron Hunter, Silver Wolf, we fought against one another before. Herta was there as well. She may have mentioned it to you.
I recall that you won.
From my point of view, it was more like a test than a duel. She would attack, and I would defend. Neither of us gave it our all. I never thought our next meeting would take place under these circumstances. I believe the continuation of our last encounter will soon arrive.
What the? This was the right way all along. Ugh, Herta's got some psychological tactics going on.
Seems like we can now continue forward.
Okay, I have absolutely no idea of what's going on. Exactly, I kind of killed you. I cannot take it all.
Oh, back to the space station again. A riddle? Where's the skip button?
Okay. Go deep into the simulated universe.
Time for a buzz.
To the clouds!
Time for buzz.
Gale Force!
Done, battle over. Your turn.
This is double speed.
She does have a different lines for her ultimate when your game is in double speed, I think.
Bolt! From the bow! Lance forward!
Time for a buzz.
Despite
Finally, almost there. There's even a miniature Herta over here.
oh really?
Eesh. A little narcissistic, isn't she? The whole space station is filled with her face. Portraits, statues, even projections of herself. I was planning on adding a mustache for her, but the spray didn't work. The entire space station feels like it's made of paper, but her portrait is near indestructible.
She's talking about that portrait in the elevator room, no? Herta commissioned me to design an encryption tool for her. Seems she ended up using it on her portrait.
She said she's almost at the destination.
That's correct. The ether cartridge data is in the next room. Our pursuit is coming to an end.
Finally. I have a strange feeling about it. I have a wonderful feeling about it.
Yes. That incongruous feeling has persisted throughout this long pursuit. She came for the Stellaron, but showed a strong interest in the curios. And just as we found out about the existence of the ether cartridge, she just so happened to show up in the simulated universe. I must admit, this feels less like a chase and more like a chance encounter. I recall a story about Punk Lord. It is said that graffiti is a special kind of symbol there. Hackers see reality as a magnificent game, an attempt to finish the stage we know as life.
What?
Whether it be for competition or for joy, they leave a trail in the places they visit. One symbol after another link up to become a long, long journey that writes the game of life. And would this ongoing affair not be part of such an endeavor? Perhaps this is all nothing more than a game she's decided to play with us. In which case, let us accompany her till the end.
Everybody gangsta until she starts speaking.
Time for a buzz.
Gale Force!
The dead return!
Time for a buzz. This is double speed. Time for a buzz.
Repay!
To the clouds! Bolt! From the bow!
Look, we found it. The ether cartridge is here, and it's perfectly intact.
Great, let's take it. Something's not
There is
right.
an unwelcome third party here with us. If what we are seeing constitutes past images of Silver Wolf, then for her to have made it this far would have entailed the disappearance of the cartridge. We can only assume that the facts don't align with the theory. I believe that she was indeed able to hack into Herta's office, but she didn't stay there for very long. After all, even the best hacker wouldn't be able to find a specified target in the vast ocean of the simulated universe's data. Unless...
Unless she had someone to guide her there.
I told you, everybody gangsta until she starts speaking.
You want to explain it to her first? I can see the confusion in her eyes.
The final results are on the display table, young madam. Take a closer look if you wish. We have plenty of time left. I will answer any questions that you may have.
So she's actually...
You've guessed correctly. The person that stands before you is tonight's starring role.
And you knew it.
She left herself a back door in the office, performed a proxy hack the moment you entered the simulated universe, and found a way to continue alongside us. I must say, she really is a masterful actor. Misdirection is always the most effective method.
So the graffiti was bait?
The graffiti is like a two-way data tunnel. You can use it to retrace the trail she leaves behind, and she can monitor your progress by seeing which pieces of graffiti
while you guys
have
are chatting, I could
disappeared.
just pick up that so to make sure that you won't be able to steal it. I'm pretty sure you want to steal it, right?
I fear she may well have had the whole thing planned out before hacking the space station. The graffiti and the back door were all in aid of honing in on just the right moment.
You knew everything from the start?
I'm sorry. Herta forbade me from disclosing any information beforehand. She made clear that knowledge would not be paramount to this operation, but rather the lack of it. However, the way I see it, the most important elements were dedication and sincerity. The actions of Mr. Leonard drew the target right in.
I don't have any other
Well
questions.
then, were you satisfied with this simulated universe journey,
I'm still confused as hell.
Miss Silver Wolf?
Oh, cutscene.
You knew it all along, didn't you? I knew it would be hard to fool you. All that talk you were spouting along the way was meant for me, wasn't it?
It is a joy and an honor to have the opportunity to face off against you once again. Herta said that this cartridge would be able to lure in the biggest fishes in the universe. She was right.
So, the business about shutting down the universe and the argument with Herta was all just an act? You did all that to lure me in?
That is up to you to interpret. Herta and I have always been frank with one another. Sharp conversations of that nature happen on a regular basis. It wouldn't be fitting to call it an act. Miss Silver Wolf is truly a talented hacker. Not only did she calculate everything ahead of time, she has numerous variables and aces still to play. News of my sudden visit to the space station was probably the only uncontrollable variable in her plan. And with my arrival came the nightmare of shutting down the simulated universe. That would have ruined her plans and all her preparations.
That's why she had to take the risk. I see.
You
Okay, I
now
got it.
know everything about this encounter.
Everything? No. You're wrong about the most important part.
That being?
You think I came here out of desperation, but I've been bursting with excitement this whole time. Do you know how happy I was when you showed up, Screwlum? I haven't had the thrill of a formidable opponent in such a long time. The Legion is nothing but a bunch of cavemen, and the IPC were a disappointment. Only the Society has the talent to provide me with a fun challenge. Reality is nothing but a game. But what's the point of a game if it can't make you happy? An invitation letter and a challenge letter were sent to me from two geniuses. How could I not accept them? Would you have turned them down?
You're confident you'll be able to get out of this in one piece.
That's right. And I'm bringing this with me.
Will she though? The either cartridge?
Oh, a copy. You completed it while we were talking just now.
Why else would I entertain so much small talk? You're not the only one stalling for time. I'm guessing that Herta is hiding in a corner somewhere trying to pull off a reverse hack from where I hacked in. You, on the other hand, are responsible for taking me head on, just as you did last time. And I'm looking forward to it. How do you plan on stopping me this time? Are you going to turn the simulated universe into a black box? Or are you going to work with the IPC and put together a cross-galactic encirclement? Screwlum, will I be able to see your true strength this time? The long-awaited result will finally be determined. There will only be one victor today. Please, let me have some fun this time, okay?
I'm too tired to comment
My
on this.
apologies, Miss Silverwolf, but none of what you are hoping for will be happening today. You may leave now.
Huh? Leave? But why? Aren't you trying to catch me? Don't you want to cuff me and exile me on some distant planet?
Your creativity has proven interesting. However, I have nothing to do with your quarrel with the space station. Ergo, I won't stop you.
I'm gonna leave with this cartridge then.
That's just a duplicate. Correction, not only is the one in your possession a duplicate, but so is the one here. The real curio was transferred elsewhere at the very beginning. Conclusion. You may share that data freely.
What if I attack the space station again?
It would have nothing to do with me. But I must warn you, it is likely that someone would step forward to stop you.
Then, what if I were to destroy the simulated universe right now?
I'm sorry, but that simply isn't possible. Ether editing isn't capable of destroying an entire universe.
What is the point of this then? You guys went out of your way to put together this trap, but don't plan on doing anything at all?
That's right. This way, the game that you so carefully orchestrated is now pointless, is it not? There's no point in a game if it's no longer fun.
Fair enough.
Silver Wolf, I know what you're after. The IPC's shackles won't be able to hold you, and jail is but another game to you. Herta and I came to an understanding. We will no longer enable you and give you what you need.
How boring.
However, Herta felt that this would be too easy on you, and wanted to add something of her own. And that is why, in this very moment, she has reverse-hacked you and located all your interastral network accounts. A total of 76 accounts. A very impressive number. How would it be if the IPC were to freeze all of them? Including all of your game records.
No, not my game account.
Hey!
And she logged out. How hasty of her. Games are always fun in the eyes of a child, but to an adult, they are but one among many ways of solving a problem.
That's the most important part, not losing her
It's
game
about
accounts.
time we were on
Doesn't
our
care
way.
about going to prison, but she cares about losing her game accounts, her game progress. No, anything but that.
A flawless victory! Hope you got a glimpse of Herta's awesomeness, kiddo.
I didn't. Was it all part of your plan?
Naturally. I couldn't care less about what happened with the space station, but I will surely repay the favor tenfold to anyone who dares to taunt me. I already notified someone at the IPC to freeze all her accounts. She's probably crying in front of her computer right now.
No, not my games. Well, rip her game progress. She's gonna have to remake it all over again.
Thank you, young madam. Your and Mr. Leonard's contributions were a necessity to our victory. Do you have any other questions regarding this incident?
No?
Well, young madam, our destination may differ, but there are still countless opportunities for our paths to cross. The pursuit of knowledge will always be the best driving force for trailblazing.
Okay, bye. No, I don't want to talk with Leonor.
So, the reason Madame Herta wanted me to continue the investigation
Yeah,
was
you're
to
slow.
lure her out of hiding? That never crossed my mind. Did she know about the traps the hacker left in the space station from the very beginning?
You're the most fitting bait.
She said I did a good job. Can you believe it? I've just been acknowledged by Madame Herta. I don't have to worry about being fired anymore.
Great,
This
congratulations.
chapter has come to a conclusion. Come, let us close the final back door.
Clear out the last graffiti. You watch the image on the wall slowly dissolve and disappear, and that's the end of it.
It's gone. It's all gone. They seriously left nothing behind. They went too far this time. Too far.
What planet is this? What planet is this? What planet are they on?
All right. Stop with the tantrum. You're not a kid anymore.
I too would be frustrated if I would have lost all of my game progress from all of my games.
I am not throwing a tantrum.
79 accounts.
Uh-huh. Anyway, what are you gonna do now, huh? Hack an IPC branch nearby and get your accounts back?
If it were just 1 or 2 accounts, sure. I kind of overdid it this time. I lost basically everything. A branch office probably won't be enough. I'm gonna have to make a trip to Pierpoint.
What, you're going alone? That's the IPC's headquarters.
Yep, just me. Why? Do you want to come with?
I probably won't be able to. I'm in Elio's next script. Did you forget?
Elio's next crypt.
Oh, right. That story doesn't sound like it fits me. You guys have fun.
I hope you have a good time in Pierpoint as well.
Don't worry. I've already got an idea. You see that Cloud Diner just 2 kilometers from here? A few temps from the building material logistics department just stepped in. I'm gonna go and become their friend.
Getting a move on already? I would have thought you'd at least want to spend some time with that cartridge you were obsessing about.
I told you, I'm not obsessed with it. Besides, there's fun to be had along the way.
She starts running through the effulgent neon lights just as she had left her home world that night, sprinting towards it. Okay, great. Is it over? Starlight elongates her shadow, illuminating the history of Punk Lord. I don't care. The only thing I care about is that the quest is finally over. The calm tactical strategy gamer said games are about the victories. The rebellious collaborative gamer said games are about encounters. The loving narrative gamer said games are about remembrance. And now the young galactic adventure gamer said...
A game is a game, and that's all there is to it.
I think that it was a bad move to try to get the meaning of the end of the quest. Visitor verification. Silverware has become a visitor to the Express. You might come across... What? But she's a Stellaron hunter. What? Hey friend, you're still at the space station, right? I want to talk to you about something. Yep, still here. What is it? It's been a while since that incident, but it's been 5 seconds. But I'm still very worried about the space station's cybersecurity. I want to prepare while I still can. I've got an idea that I want to run past you. Let's talk about the details face to face. I'm outside the office. Please make sure to drop by. Later. Later. I'm gonna do it later. Now, right now I finished that entire quest, which means that I got to level 31. I want to see what rewards I get for getting to level 31. No way, she's here.
Hello.
You blinked your eyes and made sure the person you just saw was Silver. She wasn't supposed to be here. What are you doing on the express?
What do you mean, what am I doing? Everyone else is here. Can't I be too? Relax. I'm just dropping by for a visit. I was hacking through the dark regions of the inner astral network a while ago and happened to see a signal from the Astral Express. So I thought I'd stop by to check it out. What you see in front of you is a hologram. Just as harmless as the whale holograms you see floating around the Express. Here, see for yourself.
She poked your stomach. The part of her finger that touched your clothes disappeared.
Seeing is believing, right? If you're still not convinced, you can cut off the network connection on the Express, and I'll disappear into thin air. Until you turn it back on, of course.
Great, I got 10 stellar jades. Sure, thank you, bye. Hey Pom Pom, I know you're having a mental breakdown right now, but can I get my level up rewards? Okay. Equation supplies you have to... I'll just make you our emergency food. You're the new payment. New mission, but first give me the Trailblaze level rewards. Oh wow, it's almost nothing. Great. The rewards get worse and worse as you level up. That's a disappointment.